Good day, good people. Once again, oh shit, where am I? Good day, good people. Once again, you got the grumpy old nerds in your ears. Always, I'm Uncle John, your elder who knows too damn much about movies, TV, and comic books, along with all that other shit. And my opinions are strong, and kiss my ass if you don't agree. As always, I bring with us uh, our other elders. There's Auntie Nicole up top. Hey, Auntie Nicole.
Hola, hola, everybody.
Hola, hola, Pepsi Cola. Under her is Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
This is the grumpy old nerd show after WrestleMania. The tribal chief Roman Reigns has gotten his face pushed in the ground, and Cody Rhodes is no longer the champion. So we'll see what happens on SmackDown.
I messed up my pretty boy
Damn it.
Roman Reigns. Oh.
Wait. So SmackDown is tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Didn't know that. Didn't care. Underneath him is cousin Mayu.
Happy Thursday. I'm so glad to be here today. I miss you guys whenever I'm not here. So
Ice up, son.
and cousin Mayu, we miss them. And below her is Uncle DJ. Hi, Uncle DJ.
Hello, everybody.
Uncle DJ, you good?
Yeah, I'm updating my damn computer, so I'm on the phone.
Oh, shit.
bless his heart.
Oh,
Hey,
what's
Alton.
good, brother? What's good? What's
Hey,
going on?
Alton.
So let's kick it off because, full disclosure, I did not see this film this past weekend. So I'm looking forward to all the spoilers.
Yes, because we about to spoil the shit out of it. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
When you're
what this
done, you're gonna
original
act.
film-
You're gonna believe you saw it.
I don't. Well, no, you don't count. So I don't know where that aggression is coming from, Auntie Nicole, but I kind of say I like it. So, Sinners came out this past weekend. A lot has been said. A lot has been quite a few talking points. It is it fourth collaboration between Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
And it's
five.
Fifth.
I think it might be.
2 Black Panthers, Fruitvale Station,
Creed. 1 and 2.
Creed.
Creed. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Well, now Coogler didn't direct 2, 3.
He only did, I thought, the first Creed.
He did.
He did the first one.
Okay. All right.
So, but I still think I think you're right. This is like their fifth collaboration. But it is, whatever they're doing, it's magic. So let's see. Those of you who have seen it, please chime in. Let's, Auntie Nicole, what are your thoughts?
I like to say that Sinners was a theatrical, musical experience infused with culture, history, thrills, and chills. This is one hell of a movie. Okay. So as you all know, vampire lore is one of my favorite scary movie genres. So this fall right into my lap. It was a present from Coogler. If you're watching, wherever you are, Coogler, bravo. Absolutely. Well, this movie, I have to admit, it did have, like he normally do, put a little bit of political commentary, but in art form, as he does. And it did a lot to express kind of what I just summed up to be the culture vulture type of attitude that we have a little bit in society today. That's kind of how I saw it a little bit, because you have the lore of the vampires and everything, but that kind of wasn't the main point. It was more of the vampires making an amalgamation of all different type of cultures. You follow me? And you know how we sit here today, everybody's what are they saying there? You're either woke or you're what is it? What do they call it now when you're appropriating type of things and such? That's what they call it. So, but
cultural appropriation.
Yeah, there you go. Right. And that's what yes, thank you. That's right. Yes, Alton. But
Good Boys?
Good Boys. Yes. But
I don't know that film. But go
I
ahead.
digress. This movie, I mean, he did a lot for it. It was like 2 hours and change, this movie. So it was a long movie. But he did a lot to have, like, when a movie has diversity, but they shoving it down your throat with all the diversity. He did this, but he just did it it was very natural. it, you know, the way he did it because of the period that it took place. Jim Crow, and during a time where everybody thought this was going to be one of those, oh, it's going to be a racist movie. The racism kind of sort of took a
Wait
back
a minute.
seat. Well,
What'd you say, Rod? What'd you say?
I said, wait a minute.
Well, no, that's a
Why was
lot of
going to
people
be a
thought.
movie dealing with racism?
Right. Well, the thing is that the racism took a back seat sort of to the main theme of the movie, which was more of instead of, you know how it is today, instead of being racist, let's try to, you know, kumbaya and bring everything together type of thing, but just with vampires. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly really thought he had the Choctaw Indians in the beginning, which was absolutely awesome. This was a group of Native Americans. Their ancestry is in Mississippi, believe it or not. And, you know, of course, during Jim Crow, they pushed them all off their land and such. But I have to admit, that was one of the awesome scenes. They came, they tried to save a racist couple who had the Klan's hood up in the house and whatnot. They didn't want to listen. Fuck you. And they had to go because it was getting dark.
I believe he said, may God be with you.
Well, that too.
Which is a little different. It's a little different. Fuck you. May God be with you.
It was kind of sort of like almost an analogy of like, you know, here it is. You're trying to keep evil away from evil. And unfortunately, you can't do it. They literally attracted each other. You know what I'm saying? And so on. Yes, absolutely. But the rest of the movie, it was so artistic. And there is this music scene. I forgot the guy's name, the one who played Sammy.
Sammy.
Yeah, he played Sammy. That was his first role of any movie ever. And he was fantastic. And he learned to play the guitar for this movie. I mean, that's how dedicated he was for the role. And let me tell you, there was this scene where he's doing this blues, and they made a point of saying there is some music that can pierce through the veil of time and space. And basically, it was kind of like a musical montage of blues and African dance and Asian dance and all these different things. And then they brought it into the future. You got like a kind of a wannabe Bootsy Collins type of thing and hip hop and all of that kind of thing.
No shit.
But it literally was like, I think that was the best I've ever seen as far as a movie. Like, this movie was kind of a musical in a way, but, you know, more like on the lines of Color Purple, not like, you know, Annie or some dumb shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? But it was literally one of the best scenes I think that somebody could have thought of. And that's the one thing I like about Ryan Coogler, is the fact that he can literally think of the art behind the scene. Because when he did Black Panther and he created Wakanda, I thought that was the first time I ever seen what like in old Africa or so on before colonization and everything else could have possibly have done to it. And that's sort of kind of what I got here. And it literally, now at the end, I will say this, you quite don't really get whether or not Sammy is 100%, you know, like if it's his faith and everything else that's saving him, or if it's just simply a little bit of the sinner, you follow me, and so on, that is bringing him through this movie, so to speak. Because how did let's see, how did he say? What's his name say when he was talking about getting with the woman? He said you have to be able to find that button.
My God, today.
And he found that button. Okay.
He said, "My God, today." Okay, well, you took us all around the world.
I mean, that was, the movie was fantastic. It really, really was. And Michael B. Jordan, he did a Eddie Murphy, and you really could not. If they were twins, you literally would have thought it was twins, because they had two separate personalities, and he did so great with keeping them separate and making them so distinct. But
okay, so Nicole, I'm going to assume you like the film.
Absolutely.
So Rod, I want to ask you on a little bit of a different note.
Mm-hmm.
There's one particular reviewer on TikTok who said that, and I think you know where I'm going. Said that this is thievery from dusk till dawn. So elaborate for those who may not know, the comparisons
I saw that
and
too.
where
Okay.
there are
I
some
didn't see
differences
that.
in there as well.
I
I
wish I
did
could
see that.
Okay.
I saw
Robert
that.
Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino did a movie called in the 90s called From Dusk Till Dawn.
I remember.
And it's basically it's interesting because it starts out looking like a heist movie or an action movie, but it ends up being a horror movie. You know, so when I say interesting, it's because they stole exactly what Predator did before them, where Predator started out looking like an action movie and ended up really being an alien slash horror movie,
Yep.
right? And to this day, I haven't seen any other movie do a really good job, do that type of job with it. But anyway, From Dusk Till Dawn dealt with vampires, Mayan culture vampires, and two bank robbers and a family that got caught in between. All right, so in that respect, I do see similarities. Obviously, there are some because in Sinners, you're dealing with two gangsters who basically go back to their home in the Mississippi Delta and try to create a juke joint because they want to make money. They left the Mississippi Delta, went to Chicago, got involved in crime, stole what they could from Chicago to basically make a place for themselves back home. All right. I look at Sinners as a history lesson disguised as a vampire movie. Because a lot of what the things that Nicole included about how you get the history of music in one scene, pretty much. You also get a history of life in the Mississippi Delta during that time, and you get to see how really multicultural it was. You also get a little bit of a social history lesson in people who are dealing with passing as white, as the Haley Steinfeld character did.
Okay.
You also get a little bit of what people call the Great Migration, where black people left the South and went up north. So you get a little bit of that as well. So the way I look at it is Ryan Coogler was really able to do a really good job of meshing two genres as the movies before them did. So were there similarities between From Dusk Till Dawn? Of course. Was it a total ripoff? Of course not. And even if it was, so what? It did a good job.
Reparations.
Yeah,
Right.
it did a really good job, and it's different enough so that you can't say it's a total ripoff, in my opinion.
Okay.
But of
Can
course,
I
there's similarities because there has to be.
I want to
shit.
add something to that because Ryan Coogler gave an interview and he actually stated he doesn't make me think of a ripoff at all, but From Dusk Till Dawn and The Faculty, and then there was a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
He did get some inspiration from it, but it wasn't. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a vampire movie, so if he ripped something, he couldn't rip off a vampire movie because that's an actual lore. So I'm like, you can't say that he ripped that off. This is entirely different.
I
because it
wouldn't have
actually
explained
came-
shit if they asked me.
Oh,
Well,
I would have
yeah,
just said, "Hey, man,
absolutely.
I did what I did."
But
You
no,
know
it
what I
was
mean?
so. It was
But-
so awesome, but he did say he gets some inspiration from it, though.
the problem with the whole ripoff from one movie or another is that most films are ripoffs of other films, if not straight lifting from other mediums. So for this reviewer, and I wish I could remember his name, but I don't remember it.
Don't
But
give
this
us
guy,
This
this
is
guy,
a totally new intellectual property.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
based
and
on any property at all.
Absolutely.
this guy,
Absolutely.
this guy wanted to say that he's stealing this film that's a Latino. That From Dusk Till Dawn ain't a fucking Latino film. It's
No, Robert
even though
Rodriguez wrote it,
he wrote it, but
and
I mean,
it was based in Mexico. Those vampires were vampires. If you look at the end, it's the back of a Mayan temple.
yeah,
Or as
but
they-
absolutely.
but the first 4 actors credited in the film are white.
correct.
So
Yes.
it's not a quote unquote Latino film. It's a
And the director.
Ooh, yikes. Okay, that's a discussion for another day. But
What?
no, because Robert Rodriguez directed From Dusk Till Dawn.
Did he?
Yes.
Quentin Tarantino starred in it, and he helped produce it, but
Yeah, he produced
Rodriguez directed.
Oh, Rodriguez directed that.
Yeah.
And he wrote it?
If I'm not
And,
mistaken,
If I'm not mistaken, he did, and he's executive producer for the TV show that was on El Rey, based on the movie.
yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, I might have to give a little credence to, that being a person of color
in all those facets of the production.
So DJ, I get that, but let's get to Ameyu because she over there huffing and puffing like she one of the little pigs.
Go ahead, Ameyu.
Come on,
We miss you, girl.
Right.
Okay. First of all, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, come on.
That's what I stopped him for.
Oh my God.
Let's start with that.
All right.
Now, my thing about this particular movie is to me, it didn't feel like a vampire movie. Like, it felt more like someone said a history lesson, but with vampires in the background.
Go ahead.
Keep going. I'm with you.
I know, right?
I was going into this thinking like, oh, I'm gonna just go see this vampire movie because that was what honestly kind of turned me off from it in the beginning. I was like, a vampire movie, another vampire movie.
With no zombies. I know you hate it.
Then I saw that it had Michael B. Jordan in it, and I was like, I would love to see that. And then I found out too. So I was like, double the fun. So I was like, okay, let me go see this movie, support this black man. This is, and from beginning to end, it kept my attention. From the top to bottom, it kept my attention. The acting was amazing. I love the fact that Ryan Coogler gave that young man his first movie role, like betting on someone that didn't necessarily have the experience, but obviously had the talent. So I loved that. The music, every time that scene happens, I saw it 2 times. I saw it for the second time today. Every time that scene happens, I get chills. It just takes me to a place where I'm like, oh my God, the ancestors are proud, I loved the love interest
Mario.
of Smoke. Yes. Okay, hold on, let's read this. Mario. I thought the movie pre and post horror was great. The vampire part was good, but not on the same level. Okay, that's great. So I love
They turned fast as hell, though. I didn't notice.
Yes,
that.
they did. Yes, they did.
But by the time it even got to the whole vampire part, you were very invested in the characters. I love that they gave the backstory of Smoke and his love interest, and that they had lost this baby or whatever, and the fact that she does root because that's from her ancestors, that's her heritage. They had a little sex scene too. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Can I say something about that real quick?
It was 2 sex scenes actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Shout out to the love that the curvy, dark-skinned sisters got in this film.
Wunmi Masako. She was from Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, she was also in Loki.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's where she was from. I could not think of it. But anyway, yes.
She was in Deadpool and Wolverine. Yep.
I'm about to say she kind of stands out.
You don't normally see women that look like her.
Yes.
Get those types of those scenes in movies. So I was happy to see that. And there was a switch between the two twins too. Go ahead, finish your thing. You're welcome. I'm trying to help you out. Go ahead.
I definitely, like I said, I definitely love the music scene. I love the fact that there's a mid-credit scene, a post-credit scene. So if you are going to see a movie, make sure you stay to the absolute end, or at least to the mid-credit scene.
Hey, it's like a Marvel movie.
What else? I like the nod he gave to the people on the chain gang. How he got a chance to tell his story. Because often we forget about people that are incarcerated, like they're not even human beings. People just forget about them. So I like the fact that he gave a nod to them as well. And also, aside from the movie, I like that Ryan Coogler is just himself every time. I love him with his accent. I love that they were sea walking in the little music scene. It was great. I give it 5 bags. 5 bags of popcorn it gets for me.
Oh, okay. You said bags. I was like, hold up. Bags of what, baby?
I think we were all talking about.
And why are they uneven? That's what I mean. Why are they odd? Like, could it be 4 or 6? What happened?
5 bags of popcorn.
Okay.
That's the max. I've only given that out maybe 2 other times.
Well, thank you.
You said popcorn. I was with you. Like, you said 5 bags. I was like, hold up. What are we talking about now?
That was way too much. So DJ, did you get a chance to see it? And what are your thoughts?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I don't feel bad.
Because I rarely get out the house. But I'm definitely gonna go see it. So it don't matter what y'all say and spoil and all that shit. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Okay. So I guess there's an overwhelming from our three panelists who have seen it. There's an overwhelming carry your monkey ass to go see this film immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah. Great. I'm happy to see this movie succeed. I think that this is something good for the culture. And like you said, Ryan Coogler went out to create something transcendent of oh Lord. Yikes. Okay, Percy. Sorry. And
Stay away from the garlic, my dude.
right. I think Ryan Coogler went out to create something that transcended just a horror movie, and it sounds like he hit all the marks. I'm excited to see this. Melody don't want that devil on her, so she's not going to go see it. This is fine.
Did you guys mention his deal?
Some of that, yes, deal was fantastic.
Let's real quickly, DJ, give us the info on his deal because I read about this and
awesome.
it is outstanding. Go ahead.
So the amazing thing about, Ryan Coogler in this moment is that he basically said, "Hey, one of my non-negotiables is I want the rights to my movie back, at a certain point in time," and so they gave it 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but because he and Michael B. Jordan have basically like killed it in every movie they've done together, he had the clout to basically say, and I want my movie. I want my money off the top. So like, when you get a movie deal, the studio usually, or like recording companies, they get paid and then you get yours whenever they say that there's a profit. And Ryan Coogler is like, no, as soon as that cream come off the top, I get first dollar. So he's already got his money from the weekend. Like he got paid like up front from, all of that. So whenever money comes in, he gets it. And he gets the rights to his movie back in 25 years.
Yeah, I think it's important that as a young,
it's not when it's generational, and if you believe in your well, also because of, and you can relate to this because you've seen it. They talk about the movie subject. These guys went to own a juke joint. To have something of their own. This is the South. This is Mississippi. As black people, he's like, because of the theme of owning, ownership, I got to have the rights to this movie back. Mm-hmm. Now they may, I don't know going forward if everybody's going to be able to give him that, but he said for this particular movie, it's non-negotiable.
It took several years before somebody picked it up for him too. He had the movie for several years before somebody actually decided, okay, let's go ahead and do this and we'll pay the money for it. So honestly, if he gets if he does any kind of prequel based off of any of the elements of the movie, then that also helps to broaden that pot for him a bit too. So like a prequel, sequel, anything like that, or any spinoffs.
Right. And to the Warner Brothers exec, the CEO, to his credit, he was like, yo, you know what? We had no problem giving it to him. We was happy to give it to him.
Nice. And again,
that sets a precedent for the movie industry.
Yeah, they're scared of that. Actually, they don't. Yeah, there actually have been a lot of like issues behind that. And they even tried to kind of badmouth the movie. Variety, I think it was, kind of sit there and be like, oh, he's got to do a lot to try to make up the money that they spent on this movie, because it was like $90 million. And initially, the U.S. opening was only like 40 something. And they tried to make it seem like it was nothing. And
but did you see Ben Stiller's response to that?
Yes, I did see that.
Ben Stiller, who I have gotten a lot of more respect for because of this, he said, in what world is that a bad thing that this movie opened to whatever amount that it opened to?
Absolutely.
That no other film that opened like this would get this amount.
An original property at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
think they said
good
it's the
for
most
all.
successful horror movie released in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, good for all parties involved. So I think we've beaten this dead horse to death again. So let's go ahead and take a commercial break now. And when we come back, let's talk about The Last of Us, shall we? Because I have a few questions, and yeah, I'm about to be real grumpy on this shit. And we know
What
how
the hell was
DJ
that
feels
looking,
about
man?
we know how DJ feels about this particular genre of of TV. So Uncle DJ, if you don't mind.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
And we're back. Well, welcome once again to the Grumpy Old Nerds. I am Uncle John, your elder who has strong opinions about shit, and kiss my ass if you don't agree. Over there is Uncle Rod and Auntie Nicole. Down there is Cousin Mayu and the Redbone Assassin, Uncle DJ. So, we are now 2 full episodes into the new season of The Last of Us. The Last of Us, about fungi that don't like people and want to consume the world, I guess. I don't know. And stupid people making stupid decisions. Okay, here's my issue. Okay.
Idiots doing idiot things because they're idiots.
I think this is why I'm kind of on the side of the fence with Uncle DJ about this whole zombie shit, because people keep doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? It's still, and I'm not someone who played the game, so this is all this shit is brand new to me.
Right.
I actually read an article somewhere where I found out what the big twist this season is, and the fact that it happened in episode 2, I thought that was kind of ballsy. Good for them. But other than that, y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Maybe help me out. Maybe I'm wrong. Is it me?
Okay, so y'all know I love my zombie stuff. So you know,
but they're not zombies. It's the fungi.
fungi,
That's
cordyceps,
among us.
whatevs. So I'm on Facebook, doing my usual, scrolling through. Then I start seeing people talk about The Last of Us episode 2. I need therapy. Oh my God. I can't believe they did that. All these things, right? So I'm like,
that was before they started watching the show, but okay.
Game. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and do a live watch because apparently this is about to be good. So I'm watching it. I guess the first part, I was just, are we spoiling? We spoiling, right?
Yeah, we spoil shit all the time. Have at it.
So when that girl, whatever her name is, Dina, whatever her name is, when that girl got saved, I was like, I bet it was Joel that saved her. Boom, it was Joel. Duh. And then I was like, okay, now what's she gonna do because he done saved her life? Oh, she ain't give a F. She's like, revenge is what I'm here for, cuz. Bow, 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 bow to the knee. Beat him with the golf club, right? And I was like, okay, ain't no way he gonna die.
The reenactment.
Right. Then they got the little girl Elliot, and then she in there. She's like, no, don't all this, and then they killed him. I was just like, well, dang. Like Game of Thrones. I was like, it's like Game of Thrones. They don't care. You like somebody, they don't care. They're gonna get it.
Nah. Game of Thrones was the classic. Anybody can get it at any time.
Wait. Everybody got it. Shit. Game of Thrones.
So that was that.
Oh, that was it? Oh.
My original question to Mayu is there something that I'm not getting? Because this shit just isn't resonating with me. Like when The Walking Dead first came on, I read all the comics for The Walking Dead. So even though I knew what was happening, the show was really, really good. And it kept you involved. You cared about the characters, so on and so forth. I can honestly say there's not one character on The Last of Us that I really like or am emotionally invested in. There's just dumb shit happening all the time. People in a situation where you know better keep doing dumb shit. When the girl who ended up killing Joel, when she tumbled down the mountain, I was like, bitch, you went
she had on one for climbing up a mountain. I was like, watch her fall. Boom, she fell. I was like,
and then she fell into like a fucking icy ocean of the infected, and these motherfuckers, and she walking through like it's sweet, like, yeah, here I go. Let's run. I'm literally on TV like the stereotype, bitch, get out of there. And you walking, and then all of a sudden you hear the rumble, and then they start chasing the goofy ass, and then of course Joel saves her. So yeah, I'm okay. So let me go on to somebody else. So has anybody else?
I'm gonna answer the question. The question is no, you're not missing anything. That it just is what it is, which is not much. You ain't missing nothing.
Okay, so Rod, have you played the game?
I have played the game.
Okay, and are you watching the series?
I am not watching the series.
Oh damn! What you said that aggressively? Why?
No,
why
remember we talked about it. I said I can't take any more. I can't take any more of the sadness or the stupidity of humans.
Oh, of the human condition, right?
It's very dry.
Right.
We all know human beings suck, but this just cements it.
Yeah.
So
I think I've been overloaded, and I think that's what this show suffers from. Actually, is people are just overloaded by this same thing.
Yes.
Show after show after show, you're seeing the same elements.
Where you're seeing the worst side.
There was nothing. There's nothing to make it elevated or make it even. I'll admit, I agree with Rod. It's just it's kind of like Debbie Downer, and I don't know what it was with the Walking Dead that was so different, but it literally was a much more exciting show up until a point, of course. But other than that, yeah, I'm not interested in this show at all.
So Nicole, you haven't watched it at all either.
I have not.
And I know DJ hasn't watched this shit at all.
I mean, it's called The Last of Us. Like,
he's like,
title didn't even get you, huh?
Snooze fest.
I mean, no, because like I said, the zombie thing. I mean, how you gonna talk about Sinners being a knockoff? Of anything when, how many zombie fucking, shows, movies, is this after, and is that not the same fucking formula? Like, okay, give me a break.
I think far better. I think to you all's point, I think them killing Joel so soon is their way of kind of trying to distance themselves from the other zombie fare. Because we went through 3 or 4 seasons of The Walking Dead before we lost anyone of substance, if I'm not mistaken. So they're talking about season 2, episode 2.
Wait. Didn't they lose? Yeah, because they lost the wife, the pregnant wife.
No one cared.
I don't think nobody cared about her. I have to admit
that.
Wow. The only one I really was concerned with and was upset about was Glenn.
Yes. And that's what I'm referencing. It's
Glenn.
Nobody gave a fuck about these peripheral characters who got eaten. Nope. But when Glenn died, there was like fucking uproar about
anarchy in the streets.
I mean, they was doing science.
Well,
like,
first they did
bring them back.
First they did the deep fake of Glenn dying, where he got
under the trash can,
and then he crawled under a fucking trash can. What the
we
fuck?
was doing calculus to try to figure that out to keep him alive. I'm serious.
But the problem with The Last of Us, and it's an intriguing concept, the fact that fungus that can control the hordes or whatever. Okay, fine, and they're not really zombies per se because they're not dead, I guess. But at the end of the day, you still got stupid people making stupid decisions, and it's just not. I kick myself every time I turn on the goddamn TV. Like, why am I watching this bullshit? And sure enough, I watched because the first episode. Okay, so Amayu, help me out. The first episode was boring as fuck. Help me out.
It did have a good monologue scene with Joel and the therapist. Well, not monologue, but Joel and the therapist. I enjoyed that part.
Okay, and I agree. I'll give you that. That therapy session was interesting, but at the end of the day, he didn't admit shit. He admitted, okay, I saved her. I'm depressed because I saved her, and then walked away.
Right, and then why was the girl mad at him? Like, did she find out? Like, do we know the answer to that question?
Okay, let's go there. Okay, because they're trying to say that the girl is 19 years old, so she's automatically rebellious towards him being her father figure, and he tries to overcompensate by doing all this stuff for her and trying to protect her. When she and old girl kissed at the dance, and my man threw out that slur at them, and he punched him. Okay, we know you're her daddy. We get it. Calm the fuck down. But, and then she goes off, her and Dina go off chasing the clickers, and she gets bit again. And somebody is eventually going to find that bite mark and be like, bitch, how you get bit and not turn into one of these? So, and then, she's all rebellious and hates him. But then when she sees him on the precipice of death, no, daddy, no, don't kill my daddy. And then they kill him. And now she's mad and wants revenge. Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So the whole season going to be her trying to find him and get revenge?
Yes.
John Wick, what are we doing? I can't.
But okay, so Rod, you played the game. Have DJ, I'm assuming you haven't played the game. And Nicole, have you played the game?
I have played the game.
Okay, so when Joel did the first season was great. I didn't play the second game, and I'm not watching the second season. You're a better man than I am, Mario. So in the game, after Joel dies, does Ellie go on this fucking revenge tour, or what's the plot after that?
Good.
God damn, you okay? You got that?
Nah, man, it's just. I'm trying to remember because it was just. It's a blur,
did go man. It was like there was this, and it was a whole mashup of her trying to.
Yeah, she was definitely trying to get some payback.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, doing the whole thing. It's been so long since I played it, but it's just that I don't know. The show just has not interested me at all, so I can't. But I'm pretty positive that's exactly where they're going. This whole season is going to be her getting
a lick back.
Okay. Now, Amayu, I will say that when the clickers attacked the town, I thought that was a fascinating bit of that sequence was actually pretty engaging.
Okay.
Oh, shit, but you didn't.
That was okay, but this is the part that really annoyed me. If y'all see this giant clicker, big, 3 times the size of all the other ones, why is everyone not aiming at him, getting him down first?
Because he busted through the damn fortress wall.
Exactly. So now he done busted through y'all wall. And still this is not what we're gonna do.
So is this like the Butcher Resident Evil?
Yeah, he basically, he comes stomping through, and they're shooting and setting fire to him, and they're doing pretty good. But then my man walks up, he's just like, I'll beat your shit up. and then he headbutts the wall a couple of times, and the wall collapses, and all the clickers are surrounding them. So yeah, it what they're doing makes no fucking logical sense. How they filmed it was really cinematic. I enjoyed it, but in terms of sensible, wow, I can't speak. In terms of sensible actions, this shit was stupid as fuck. I mean, it just didn't make sense.
Listen, man, I watched the episode of Beauty in Black before I watched that.
Oh my gosh.
Beauty in Black was good.
Damn.
I actually watched it.
Hey.
That I watched. I believe I watched that.
And
I got people on that show, so I have to, just like, oh, Beauty in Black.
I got you.
Any of your people naked on the show?
Black people working, man.
She's married and she cool, so I can't specify because I really don't watch the show, but at the same time, I support her 100%.
So basically, she's sexy as fuck.
I mean, it could be a man or a woman because they all be getting naked. So
she was Miss Black Illinois back in the day. Let's just say.
Okay. So
yeah,
weird.
Damn, word. Oh, damn.
Yeah. So and you know what's gonna happen on Sunday? I'm gonna watch that dumb shit, and I'm gonna come back and complain just because I'm a dumbass myself. So basically,
can we live watch it together?
Sure, we can do that. We can do that.
As
long as you bring them. So okay, yeah, fuck them.
Make that happen.
All right. So next up, Rod's books you should be reading. I am excited. We haven't had this segment in a minute, but I am excited to see Rod's books we should be reading because I should be reading some comic books. So Rod, if you don't mind, take it away.
Are we ready? We're gonna get into it right now. All right, let's do it. Thank you, Melnificent. It doesn't matter which one you start with. It's all good. All right. Now, what you've seen since Marvel has access to the property of Predator, you've seen a whole lot of Predator versus. You've seen Predator You've seen Predator versus Black Panther. You've seen Predator versus Wolverine. So now Peter Parker's next. All right, so now you may be wondering, how does a Predator have a chance in hell of sneaking up on Spider-Man? Spider sense and all other abilities. You would think that it would be somewhat of a mismatch. But the writers have found creative ways to pretty much nerf the Marvel superheroes so that the Predator is actual challenge for them. So this is no different. I'm not going to get into too many spoilers into how they do that, but I will say, these comics are kind of keeping the Predator in the consciousness of people until the new movie comes out, which I'm sure we'll talk about soon. All right, we can go to the next one. All right, Bug Wars. This is the book that no one in Tony's store asks about, but happens to be popular. All right, so this is number 3 of this series, and what's going on is basically there's a family who's returning back to a house in which their father died under mysterious circumstances. All right, and so what happens is you get a look at it's kind of almost like a version of A Bug's Life on steroids. Their backyard is actually a whole nother world where you have humanoid races of bug people fighting against, sentient bugs. And they have a whole war and a whole ecosystem and kingdoms and everything in the backyard. And so what happened was their father was studying them and he was killed by them. And so the youngest son, who you see on the cover, somehow is able to shrink down to their size. So he sees what's actually going on, except while he is their size, he is his normal strength, as if he was full size. So as you can imagine, there's a whole lot of pieces flying when he grabs them and pulls them. And they end up being very scared of him. All right, so
he's not going to be happy about that, but go ahead.
Right, so this is the continuation of that story. All right, what's next?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but they strong as fuck, so don't worry about it.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, you know what, DJ? That's a good way to put it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, along with A Bug's Life. That's Bug Wars. Exactly. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, next is Hush 2, Batman.
Oh.
All right. Part of the creative team that created the first series of Batman comics with the Hush saga was Jim Lee's introduction into drawing the Cape Crusader for that set of issues was one of the most popular Batman runs in history. Actually, they've done a movie on Hush, and they've done like 2 or 3 different versions of that story in different graphic novels. So now they brought the team back together, and they're doing Hush 2. Now I'm kind of curious to see how this happens, because in the first one, I'm pretty sure Hush bit the dust, but I got to go back and read it to make sure. But in this one, we see Hush's return, and as you can see, again, like from the first one, they said what they really wanted to make with the first Hush was a Batman action movie. And so that's why they had a whole lot of different cameos from different people from the DC universe, heroes and villains alike. And so that was very successful. So we'll see a lot of that in the second one. As you can see already, the Joker's involved. What a surprise. But pick it up.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Damn. He ended that with a pick it up, motherfucker.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Right.
So of those comics, which would you suggest getting first? It like say I only had $10, I could buy only one comic because that's how much these motherfuckers.
I was about to say $10, you buy one. You might get 2. You might be able to get 2 if they like you.
Right.
Okay. If you had to get 2 of those, if you had to get 2 of those 3, I would say pick up Bug Wars and pick up Predator versus Spider-Man.
Okay.
Simply because that's the first issue.
Okay. So and Predator versus Spider-Man, that's a one-off, right?
It's gonna be, I think if I remember correctly, it's gonna be 4-issue miniseries.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And Batman Hush, wasn't Clayface a part of that at some point?
It was. That's what I'm saying. Like almost every Batman villain from the Rogues Gallery appeared in the original Hush.
Yeah. So
because Poison Ivy was there, Clayface was there, Joker was there, even White Rabbit was there.
Wait a minute. How you gonna put Joker on level with Whiteface and White Rabbit or whoever?
I'm just saying.
Mario, I am so in agreement with you. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I'm sorry.
A tight end from Sorry, go ahead, Rod.
They need a tight end. All right, but
they had old boy from Penn State sitting right there.
I know, I like him better too. All right, but they like I said, they wanted to be like a grand scale action movie, and they wanted cameos from as many people as they can get in there as possible. So, I'm thinking they're gonna do the same thing with this one.
Okay, from that vantage point,
Superman in there.
From that vantage point, okay, I get it. Yeah. They were looking for the big grand, spectacle, so they're gonna throw in as many people as possible.
Right.
But I'm always scared when you have a really successful run at something and then you try to make a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Because basically you're saying, you know what, we need sales. Let's push this agenda again and see if we can get it.
Either that or somebody really has sat down and said from the last one, hey, there was a lot of dope on the table left on the last one, so let's try to move in another direction.
Damn. Okay.
And take it with us. Take it in that direction.
I'm nervous.
Hey, before we lose time, do you think Dallas is going to take Shador?
No.
I wish, but no.
I put money on it.
That they take Shador?
Deion Sanders, that whole legacy.
I ain't gonna take money like that.
I think the owner's tired of what's his name?
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, they're gonna trade his ass. Let him go. Something. He got to go.
I put a bottle of Uncle Nearest on it.
Ooh. Okay. The cheap one though. The cheap.
Anybody pick up that young kid that Deion was mentoring?
Travis
he was number 2.
Travis number 2. Travis is number 2.
I haven't been watching it.
Okay, now hold on. Before we get too far into, because our fan base don't like that shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Our fan base gets mad as fuck. Our fan base and Mel be like, hey, get back to the nerd shit.
But we never mind.
Back to the nerd shit.
Let's take a break.
A lot of comics.
Let's take a break. And when we come back, some great stuff, because all of my friends and panelists are about to roast me about my Doctor Who review. So Uncle DJ, if you don't mind.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Nice.
Let's face it, Shopping for insurance can be time-consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, make things simple and trust the experts at Allstate. They will help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your life, home, and auto policies. Bundling saves you money, sure, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy the things that matter most even more. Contact me, Tammy Haynes, your local agent, for a free personalized insurance quote. Allstate, are you in good hands?
There's a shot. To right. It could be. Right field. Grand slam. No. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food? Like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell them mama hungry.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Hey. So I guess we're back now. All right.
I'm back.
So, once again with the Grumpy Old Nerds, I'm Uncle John, Uncle Rod, Auntie Nicole, Cousin Mayu, and Uncle DJ, because Mel likes to keep us on our toes. Basically.
That's right.
So,
5 minutes, brother.
So
I can't wait.
First and foremost, let me preface all this by saying all y'all kiss my ass. Second,
Damn. Okay.
Second, so Ameyu is so involved, she's not even looking at the fucking screen. So okay, so we are in the second season of Shooting Gotcha's run as the
Was
doctor.
this on the schedule?
The doctor,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Once again, if you read the schedule, you'll know. We had a Christmas special, Joy to the World. We had the first new episode last week, the Robot Revolution, and I am proud to say that they seem to have corrected the course. The dumb shit they were doing last season, they don't seem to be doing now. The Doctor is more full of wonder now, and it's a premise that, of course, it's nothing new. The show's been on for 60 fucking years, but they give it a fresh spin. The fresh spin is the new companion, whose name is Belinda Chandra, who is actually of Indian descent, if I'm not mistaken, has joined the Doctor, but she is a reluctant passenger. And what the Doctor has to do is try and get her home back to May 24th, 2025. The issue is, for whatever reason, when he tries to materialize the TARDIS in May 24th, 2025, the TARDIS is bounced off. It's like there's a barrier. Right? Like I said, Joy to the World and the Robot Revolution.
May 23rd.
Well, I mean, he could, but that would be cheating.
Is it the same guy that's doing the Doctor Who from last year too?
Ncuti Gatwa, the young black man. Yes, ma'am. As I stated when I first started, this is the second season of Ncuti Gatwa, the young black man as the Doctor. Yeah. Remember when I said y'all kiss my ass? I'm reiterating that. So, and
it's full of wonder.
Not much time, but this past Saturday, the episode deluxe was really solid because they had a antagonist that was really somebody different. It was actually a cartoon character on screen come to life, and he was trying to take over, villains try and take over the world. But they, at one point, the Doctor and Belinda became cartoon characters, and it was like a whole Roger Rabbit type of situation. And it was funny and interesting. And then at one point, the Doctor and Belinda broke the fourth wall and actually got to interact with a couple of fans who were watching the episode, which was actually kind of interesting and funny in and of itself. And to top it off, now we're talking about Ryan Coogler always trying to inject some humanity into his projects and the fucked up part of humanity. Belinda and the Doctor, of course, the Doctor is black, Belinda is Indian. They are now in 1950s Miami. And of course, when they try and go into a diner, someone says, well, I can't serve you right now because they are a black man and an Indian woman in a diner in Miami in 1950s. And instead of belaboring the point, they address it and just kind of move forward within the plot, which I found to be refreshing because
it should have went to overtime.
And of course, they save the day, and the white people are still mad because they're two people of color. And at one point, the Doctor's like, okay, it's daylight. We need to get the fuck out of here. So they run off and leave. But I am happy to say to any of you out there who are Doctor Who fans and not these jackasses, the Doctor seems to be back. Yes, jackasses. Because
that was a legit question, but now I'm gonna troll you. So fuck it.
Well, you all bully me anyway, and you hurt my feelings, and I don't like it.
No, I'm sorry. I mean to say poopy diapers, but go ahead.
and see, this is what I mean. Kiss my ass. So the Doctor seems to be back on track, and I'm actually looking forward to the episodes coming up. Last season, I was a little scared, but this season seems to be much better. So now that we have 2 minutes left, does anybody have anything for us on the way out the door?
What was that you said about the robot man?
Okay,
go ahead, DJ.
Real quick.
Damn, that's a real question, bro.
No, he was first. I'm sorry.
Real quick, the South of Midnight. We talked about the game that I talked about. Now it's a short, story, but I mean, it is fucking monumental. If you do not play video games, get with somebody who does and just watch it. As a person of color, as an interested party, if you just want to see something that's just so cool and really delves into history and stuff like that, just watch it. Even if you go on YouTube and watch a walkthrough where they show you how they play the game, just check it out. It's phenomenal.
I'll do that.
DJ, do you know who they consulted for research on that game?
I did. I don't right at the moment.
Okay.
As he takes a sip of whiskey. Amayu, what you got?
Okay, so y'all know I like my reality shows. So I'm watching Battle Camp. It's like a little challenge show. But also, I want to know, did y'all ever talk about The Residents? Did I miss that? Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. You talking about the White House?
Yes. Assignment.
The shit. Amazing.
Everyone watch Residents on Netflix.
Please. Please watch The Residents.
Okay. Yeah. Here come that whack ass music. Nicole, what you got?
Make sure you go see Sinners.
Okay. Rod.
Definitely.
Swerve Strickland, next AEW champion.
All right. So Rod, give us an update on SmackDown next week. Can you do that? All right, cool. So for Uncle Rod, Auntie Nicole.
Wait. I'm doing a Percy here. Seriously, what Amayu said. If you have not seen The Residents, I'm talking about a lead black woman character with Giancarlo Esposito. I mean, dude, You have to see it. It's a masterpiece.
The first 2 episodes, they're good. It is good.
Netflix.
Yes. Yes.
Mel gonna call us off. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
You should ask Mel if she saw The Residence.